My fellow taxpayers of Passaic County, I'd like to point out to you some things that are happening in Wayne. At the intersection of Valley Road and Hamburg Turnpike, they've been working on 2 jug handles over a year now. It devastated some of the small businesses around the area that were in the 2 strip malls where Shoprite is and where Office Depot is. Not only was it bad for their business over a year, some of the businesses actually closed up, which is a shame. In the economy that we have in New Jersey under Governor Christie just absolutely sucks. And then we have businesses going out, okay, with a large contributing factor was building these jug handles. But it shouldn't have taken probably millions of dollars, to build these jug handles in over a year. I want you to just watch the videos after I'm finished talking about how much big machinery is there every day. Okay, so whoever's building the jug handles I'm sure they got big leases, but it costs a lot of money to have that type of machinery laying there not being used. So I'm sure that we overpaid a lot of money to have these things built because of a mismanagement somewhere in the Passaic County management. It shouldn't have taken a year. All the heavy equipment got to be adding to the cost of this stuff that just sits there, and now they want to build another one up the road. It would be devastating to the people at the Preakness Mall and other small businesses around Alps Road, Alps and Hamburg Turnpike. At the end of the video, there'll be a short thing. If you have a pen and pencil, I'll have the freeholders' phone number where you could call them, and if they have an email address where you can email them to stop a project like that. After seeing how poorly that this jug handle on Hamburg and Valley Road is going to be, they're better off putting in turning lanes. Matter of fact, I don't know how far it went in the Congress or Senate, but there was a congressman or senator last year talking about that they should build no more jug handles in New Jersey. I absolutely agree with that policy. Just watch this few minutes of these videos. Even call up your local mayor, because I'm sure he has, of whatever town you live in Passaic County, because it's going to cost millions of dollars out of your tax dollar. Tell them you don't want it spent, and tell your mayor to call the freeholders in Passaic County and tell them to don't even start on that project. They mismanaged the other one. They're still working on it, and I can't even tell you how many months it still might be before it's all completed. And let's not forget the business owners that suffered a lot over the last year. They never could recoup that money. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now, Jimmy.
At WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CARMAN and speak to one of us directly. Thanks for listening.
Crisis in Syria. Senator Patrick Leahy calls the president's proposal too broad. Says it will be narrowed down. And breaking news happens. You'll hear it here first. 77 WABC. You're hearing the best of the Sean Hannity Show. Check out Sean's Twitter account @SeanHannity. Now, back to the Sean Hannity Show.
All right, thanks, Scott Shannon. 25 now till the top of the hour. If you're just joining us, we're continuing with Senator Mike Lee of Utah and Carl Rowe, Fox News political analyst, over the issue of defunding Obamacare is the best strategy to get rid of it. Senator, is there any chance, have you spoken with these labor leaders, including Jimmy Hoffa Jr.? Are they going to join you in this effort?
I would invite them to join me. I would love to meet with them, and I'm going to try to set up a meeting to discuss that very thing. Look, this is a very real opportunity for us, where we've got many of the law's most ardent supporters, those who were there initially at the outset, cheerleading for this thing. We're now saying this thing is going to be bad for the American people, and I think they belong naturally with us. I think that we need to defund it because we've got bargaining power when it comes to spending, and we've got to use that bargaining power any time we have the chance. And so, look, I'm looking at the American people. I'm looking at protecting hard-working Americans, men and women who are just trying to provide for their families and make sure they have access to the best health health care possible. And so I think we've got to remain focused on policy. Good politics will follow good policy, and that's where we've got to be.
Why are you so, I guess, politically, as you're strategizing and looking at this, and you said you wanted to go away, and you said they would probably get 51 votes because I guess they used the reconciliation process to pass it in the first place, so it could be used to reverse is what I'm assuming you're saying there. Why are you so certain, though, that in spite of polling data that most Americans hate this law, it's a train wreck that Max Block has called it, and so many Americans even think labor now have written a letter to the president, etc., against Obamacare. Why are you so certain the Democrats are willing to take it that far, even with the president delaying the employer manual?
Well, first of all, let's be careful about those union guys. I wrote about the union letter, and I thought it was a few people,
From Democrats and from Republicans across this country who are calling in concerned and saying, don't fund this law, the more likely they're going to be to join us. And so, look, the only way to guarantee that this won't work is for us, particularly for Republicans, to pass an advance that there's no way it can happen. But regardless of whether that's said, the American people don't want this law. They don't like it. They expect those who are against Obamacare to stand firmly against it and to refuse to fund it.
What about that, Carl? What about what Senator Lee is saying, that good policy is good politics in the end?
look, I agree with you. I think that's why these polls show that the American people, while they disapprove of Obamacare, don't like the idea of cutting off funding for the government. They don't think it's good policy not to pay our military. They don't think it's good policy to say, you know what, you're defending our borders. We can't send you a paycheck this week. You're going to have to wait. And they don't like this. They didn't like it in 1995. They didn't like it when it was being discussed in 2011. And again, it's fine to say that we don't know who's going to vote it or not. But it would seem to me that two things. One is that if you were going to talk about this proposal, that it would have been useful to gain support from the United Republican Caucus by patiently working behind the scenes, explaining it, gaming it, gaining support, instead of just tossing it out there. And the second thing is it strikes me that we would at least be able to say, we think we've got